Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. And in our top stories today, an illustration of what we talk about here on the BuzWeaver channel. And I want to shout out to Tim Pool, who was covering this on his channel as well, because it's so very important and crucial that everyone realize now we have the information. Now we have a clear-cut illustration of the establishment uniparty taking the dice and rolling it with these particular individuals, whether they're DAs, whether they're judges, whomever. And it's extraordinary to see how this is all backfiring in their face. The irritation, the angst, the frustration, the anger these people are experiencing, because again, this is not about the rule of law. This isn't about justice. This is an exercise of lawfare by the establishment to the low-information voters, the disinterested, the non-politically aligned, to try to get these individual people to believe that Donald Trump is some one-dimensional villain. We got a lot to cover here, so if I speed things along, hopefully you'll understand. Breaking from the Gateway Pundit. A fuming Judge Merchan runs interference for brag, shouts at Trump defense witness Robert Costello, "Get out of the courtroom now!" Fascinating, isn't it? President Trump was back in a Manhattan court on Monday in Alvin Bragg's Soviet-style hush money lawfare trial. I love the way they frame it. Excuse me, guys. The prosecutors earlier Monday rolled out the star witness Michael Cohen, a convicted perjurer, to take the witness stand. Cohen shocked the public when he admitted he stole tens of thousands of dollars from Trump and lied to the Trump Organization. Outstanding. Amazing. After the prosecution rested their case, Trump's defense team called attorney Robert Costello to the witness stand. Recall that Robert Costello previously blasted Michael Cohen as a convicted perjurer and said Bragg's prosecutors cherry-picked emails, well, among other things that they could go after with Bragg's in the whole situation. Crooked Judge Merchan excoriated Costello and cleared the courtroom. Judge Merchan just cleared the entire courtroom after feuding with Trump's witness Bob Costello. It got completely out of hand. Here we go. All right.
Oh, in a raised voice.
Jake, the judge has just cleared the entire courtroom.
Yeah.
It appears that now this has escalated to a security concern, and the overflow is cut. We're not getting any more information. I mean, the fact that this has escalated to this extent.
Oh, in a raised voice.
Absolutely extraordinary, is it not? Because this judge is so angry. He's so mad. And the same could be said for Fani Willis, right? They know these people are in situations that they have been put in by the establishment to do this. So make no mistake, this is not just some typical trial of a former president and it being historical because no one has ever tried to stop the establishment. This is a clear indicator to anyone paying attention that you have an active election interference plan out there to stop Donald Trump. Merchan grows irate, begins excoriating Robert Costello on the stand for making a few offhanded remarks and rolling his eyes during the testimony. Merchan, are you staring me down right now? Costello, I'm not. Get out of the courtroom now. Get out of the courtroom. Video cuts out. Absolutely extraordinary. From the Gateway Pundit, Paul Garcia said the trial resumed after a delay following a fiery exchange between Judge Merchan and Bob Costello. Merchan is absolutely seething over Costello's damning testimony, the type of treatment Costello, an experienced prosecutor who once worked for the U.S. Attorney's Office for New York in 1970s and 1980s, is receiving on the witness stand from the judge is disgusting, Paul Garcia said. I absolutely agree. The whole situation is disgusting. Bragg prosecutor, did you say Michael Cohen was acting like a drama queen? Yes or no? Costello, I said I didn't know if Michael Cohen was acting like a drama queen. Merchan, again, chastises Costello from the stand. Would you just answer yes or no? Bragg prosecutor, you don't like drama queens, don't you? See, this is why it's not on television. Because anyone watching this on TV would probably think they're watching a reality television show. But what they would be learning from this is the clown show that our legal system has turned into, because we have an establishment uniparty that has hijacked our culture, hijacked our institutions, and have turned everything upside down because they have to absolutely make sure that Orange Man Bad is not the president again. Listen to some of these extraordinary. Here it is from Politico. Politico, the most left-leaning one of the many left-leaning articles and agencies that we use here on the channel. Are you staring me down right now? See, it's the same thing. Of course, if you read the article, they try to completely fluff it up and avoid any of the drama that we saw from the Gateway Pundit. But here's our good buddy Tim Pool. Listen to some of these video clips.
I think the revelation, though, this morning about the theft of $30,000, which was doubled because they covered his taxes, so $60,000, it came out in a glancing, unclear way on direct. It came out like a bomb earlier today. I don't know how much they can do to fix that. It just, at a certain point, it is the fact Michael Cohen did steal this money. And what makes that really so important, Wolf, is it's not as if Michael Cohen was just stealing on the side. That'd be bad enough. The problem is he was stealing from the exact reimbursement at issue in this case. So the prosecution's core argument is Donald Trump knew what that $420,000 was all about. He was totally read in on it. Turns out Michael Cohen was stealing from him within that $420,000.
Does Michael Cohen's acknowledgement...
So it's absolutely extraordinary, is it not? It still continues. And keep in mind here, this is CNN. This is the mainstream media who are probably souring on Merchan. The establishment doesn't care. All the establishment needs everyone to know, the low information voter, the disinterested, the politically uninterested, all they need these people to know is that Donald Trump is a villain. That's all they need to know.
Yeah, no, it's fascinating stuff, and I have to say I'm still kind of reeling from the revelation that Michael Cohen stole money from the Trump organization, and that wasn't, at least to my knowledge, that the prosecution didn't get that out earlier, because it's not as though the prosecution is going to be helped by further evidence that Michael Cohen is a shady character.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the establishment brings out a known perjurer, a known scumbag like the judge, and this is what you get. So it should come as no surprise why this isn't on television. If this was on television, it would probably get a heck of a lot of views, but it would be so embarrassing to Merchan, to the establishment, to Bragg, to basically the whole New York legal system, as it were, or at least as it's currently hijacked by these particular individuals. Not the entirety of the New York legal system is probably bad, or like police, they're all bad. It's absolutely extraordinary. And here's some of the things we already know from Charlie Kirk. Cohen has said repeatedly he wants Trump in jail. Cohen sells merch with pictures of Trump behind bars. Cohen told his former legal advisor, Bob Costello, that he'd do anything to stay out of jail, which would be lying as well, although he had other issues. Cohen also admitted to paying Stormy Daniels to win favor from Trump, as we have covered here on the channel, after he wasn't appointed to COS and AG during the first Trump administration. I can't even begin to imagine that Trump would have even considered Cohen for these positions, considering what he already knew about him. But this is extraordinary. Here we go.
He didn't believe the allegation of the Stormy Daniels story, that he thought the story would be embarrassing for Trump and especially for Melania, so he decided he would take care of it himself.
Absolutely, and that is contrary to what this guy testified to in court in New York yesterday.
Well, and what's not being talked about is your next paragraph, like the reason and his motivation for that. So if you could just kind of walk through that for the committee.
Yeah, obviously, when we started to talk about the NDAs, and this is the very first meeting at the Regency Hotel, when, by the way, Rudy Giuliani was not involved in representing Donald Trump at that time. Cohen testified that it was a conspiracy between Giuliani and Costello as of this date. Totally false. In any event, he also said that he didn't discuss the Stormy Daniels matter with us, and he certainly did. I specifically asked him, because he kept on going back saying, I can't believe they're trying to put me in jail for these NDAs. So I said, Michael, tell me about the NDA. Tell me about Stormy Daniels. What did you do? He said, I got a call from a lawyer representing Stormy Daniels who represented that she was going to testify that Donald Trump had sex with Stormy Daniels. Michael Cohen said, I didn't believe the allegation, but I knew that such an allegation would be terribly embarrassing. He said it would be embarrassing. He focused on Melania Trump. He said, I didn't want to embarrass Melania Trump. He said, that's why I decided to take care of this on my own. Right. I went back to that several times. You did this on your own? On my own. Did Donald Trump have anything to do with it? No. Did you get the money from Donald Trump? No. From any of his organizations? No. From anybody connected to Donald Trump? No. Where did you get the money? I took out a HELOC loan against my property. I said, why would you do that? He said, I didn't want anybody to know where I got this money. I didn't want Melania to know. I didn't want my own wife to know because she's in charge.
Absolutely extraordinary, isn't it? Absolutely extraordinary. And Robert Costello just drove Merchan absolutely insane today, or as of this recording, because this is a sham against Donald Trump. It's an absolute sham, and I would encourage all you guys to share this video with anyone who is in doubt about what is happening to Donald Trump, because it is what we talk about here on the BuzWeaver channel. It is now absolutely confirmed by the extraordinary behavior in the courtroom, the extraordinary bombshell news coming from Cohen and Robert Costello about how things actually unfolded. It's absolutely extraordinary. I want to thank all you guys across New Tech, as well as everyone here on YouTube. You can find my various social media links below this video, as well as my affiliate marketing links down below. All those things help out the channel, so I always appreciate your guys' support. And, of course, appearing there on the screen, that would be the channel icon you guys can click on to subscribe to the channel, as well as to select notifications. That way you know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys in the next video.